Please have a seat. Saurabh. Yes, sir. Please introduce yourself.
Sir, good evening to all the team members. My name is SHARMA. I was born and raised in Sundarbani, from where I did my initial schooling and undergraduate studies in science. Later, I completed my post-graduation in zoology from University of Jammu. Thereafter, I completed my PhD in zoology, specifically deals with prostate cancer, and completed it in 2024. Alongside my doctoral journey, I also prepared for the JKAS examination, and the present occasion marks my third interview at JKAS, so I'm truly grateful to be here. My hobbies include doodling, journaling, playing Sudoku, and I have also keen interest in geopolitics.
That's very interesting introduction. So you are a doctor, by the way. Yes, that too specializing in prostate cancer. So, Saurabh, you are originally from Sundarbani, born and brought up there. So, why do we call that area by this name, Sundarbani? There's any historical significance?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the name originates from an ancient spring, which in Dogri is called as Ban or Bauli. And it was discovered by an old PS lady, which is known as Sundaran. And it was referred to as Sundaran ki Ban. And with phonetic evolution, it becomes Sundarbani.
All right. So, sort of, since you are a zoology expert, I would call you as such. Can you tell me which company made the vaccine for COVID, first dose? Who made it for India?
Ma'am, there are two companies with respect to complete indigenization. It is called Bharat Biotech, which developed Covaxin, and we also have an MOU with an Oxford University with the Serum Institute of India, which is AstraZeneca, which developed the Covishield.
All right. So you just mentioned the word prostate cancer. Do we have any specific vaccine or medicine for the same thing in India right now? Like manufactured on its own? I'm asking on that capacity.
Yes, no, ma'am. Right now, across the globe, there is no vaccine to prevent CA prostate. So right now, there is no vaccine.
So what is the cure for this disease, prostate cancer?
As per my understanding and the little knowledge I have, the early detection of CA prostate is the sole criteria for curing it better. And ma'am, if you may allow, can I speak in Hindi also?
Sure, you can.
Okay. So ma'am, जो कैंसर है अगर अर्ली डिटेक्शन उसकी होती है तो दैट इज पॉसिबल टू क्योर इट, अदरवाइज अगर नहीं होगा तो फिर वो डिफिकल्ट.
Only we can prevent it, not cure it. As simple as that.
Right now it is preventable, not curable.
अच्छा, एक रिसेंटली सुप्रीम कोर्ट की रूलिंग आई थी स्ट्रे डॉग्स को लेकर, आपने पढ़ी थी? क्या थी वो रूलिंग?
मैम, उस रूलिंग में ये था कि जो स्ट्रे डॉग्स हैं बिकॉज ऑफ द मेनेंस ऑफ बाइटिंग, तो उनको वैक्सीनेशन करके उनको शेल्टर होम से रखा जाए इंस्टेड ऑफ ऑन द स्ट्रीट्स एज वेल एज इन पब्लिक इंस्टीट्यूशंस. So that was the ruling.
Why there was such a huge backlash for that particular ruling, specifically by dog lovers? ऐसा क्यों?
Ma'am, because dogs are also a part of biodiversity and they also have the equal right like humans. So the activists who are pro dog lovers, they argue that they have equal rights, so you cannot put them in shelters.
How do you see this ruling? Because you're a zoologist and you also know, I understand the dog love, but at the same time we have a very pressing issue which is called the rabies, which is it's deadly. It can't be prevented by anything as of now. So how do you see this ruling as a zoologist? Do you think it's fair enough by the Supreme Court to rule that?
Ma'am, I think in my view, I think there should be a need of balanced approach. Keeping them in shelter homes does not cure the problem, because we don't have so much shelter homes to keep all the dogs in India. So immunization and vaccination is the way forward. I think sterilization of dogs is the path forward, and we have seen in Dehradun as well as in Uttarakhand the effective implementation of animal birth right controls via sterilization makes good results in terms of dog incidents.
Okay, let's move away from your optional. India is a secular country, right? You agree?
Yes, ma'am, I do agree.
Sometimes we do see a lot of rifts, some kind of small issues, some sparkles. So now, you being a civil servant, what are the top 3 ways you're going to promote secularism in your country?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think secularism is the foundation of our country, and the directive principle of state policy also encourage us to go in that direction. So I think the 3 steps which is needed right now is the proper education and communal harmony by way of celebrating festivals of each and every religion. Second, ma'am, I think secularism is also can be promoted if we practice tolerance among the masses. And
No, like, how are you going to ensure that there is tolerance? I'm asking you what you would do. You are telling me very philosophical things. किताबी बातें बता रहे हो, मैं टॉलरेंस प्रमोट करूंगा, कैसे करोगे, वो पूछ रही हूँ.
yes, मैम मल्टी प्रोंग अप्रोच हो सकती है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर को मेंटेन करना इज द फर्स्ट एंड टॉप मोस्ट प्रायोरिटी. अगर कहीं ऐसे इश्यूज हैं उनको कर्ब किया जाना चाहिए. दूसरा, अगर सिविल सोसाइटी है उनको और एनजीओज को है उनको इन्वॉल्व करके अवेयरनेस और वर्कशॉप्स ऑर्गेनाइज कराने चाहिए ताकि लोगों को ये इस चीज का महत्व समझ आए. सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द स्टेप्स आई थिंक आई शुड टेक.
आपने अपनी हॉबीज क्या बताई मुझे?
माय हॉबीज आर डूडलिंग, प्लेइंग.
डूडलिंग, हाँ, मैं डूडलिंग से पूछना चाहती थी. ये डूडलिंग एग्जैक्टली इसका फायदा क्या है? डूडलिंग हम करते हैं, अभी भी कर रहे होंगे सारे आपके सामने इंटरव्यू पैनल मेंबर्स. इसका फायदा क्या है? इससे क्या पता चलता है? Is it some form of creativeness or it's simply to curb boredom? It has any practical use in real life?
For me, it is a very good hobby because it is like a vent out expression for me. After my day, I usually थोड़ा सा टाइम निकाल के I doodle while listening to music or something because it is a vent out expression for me. So it helps me in creativity. It helps me to reduce my stress. So these are some of the advantages.
Okay, thank you, Saurabh.
Sakina ma'am.
Okay. Saurabh, you are from Sundarbani, right? Do you know something about what is Doon? Doons.
Doons.
Doons. Doons. D-U-N-S, or sometimes it is written as D-O-O-N-S. Doon.
Ma'am, is it related to the desert ecosystem?
No.
Dunes. Ma'am, I'm not right now. I'm not able.
Dehradun.
They say Dehradun hai. Actually, Sundarbani is Doon.
It is a basin. No, ma'am. I have to read on it. I'll read on it.
It's basically a valley.
Long
Valley
tectonic,
structure.
right? Okay. Now tell me, from past few years से आपका increase हो रहा है cancer in Jammu and Kashmir. Reasons for it is what?
मैम, सभी कैंसर्स की जो इंसिडेंस है वो इंक्रीज हो रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ डिफरेंट फैक्टर्स सच एज लाइफस्टाइल. यूजली हमारा लाइफस्टाइल आजकल सेडेंटरी हो चुका है. एक्टिव पार्टिसिपेशन इन एक्सरसाइजेज बड़ी ज़्यादा कम है लोगों में. ऊपर से जो डाइटरी हैबिट्स हैं दैट इज़ आल्सो वेरी रॉन्ग पर से बिकॉज लोग घर के खाने से ज़्यादा प्रेफर जंक फास्ट फूड कर रहे हैं. उसके अलावा स्मोकिंग, अल्कोहल, दैट इज़ आल्सो इंक्रीज अलॉट विच हैव डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट ऑन द इंसिडेंस ऑफ कैंसर.
ओके. क्या जैसे हम नसेड्स यूज कर देते हैं या हम एंटीबायोटिक्स यूज कर देते हैं, क्या उनको प्रॉपरली ना लेने से 2 दिन लिया, तीसरे दिन नहीं लिया, क्या वो रीजन हो सकता है?
Yes, ma'am, it can be one of the reason because because cancer is caused by multi factors, so it can be reason and I think उसका reason सबसे ज़्यादा ये होगा कि जब हम if cancer is detected and it can be cured by antibiotics or by doses, तो उस केस में वो एंटीबायोटिक रेजिस्टेंस के फॉर्म में डिफिकल्टी क्रिएट कर सकता है पेशेंट में इन ऑर्डर टू कर्ब इट.
ओके. आपका ऑप्शनल ज़ूलॉजी है, राइट? So explain the Darwin theory of evolution and its present day relevance.
Ma'am, Darwin has given the theory of natural selection in which he said that natural selection is the reason for evolution and in which the beneficial mutations gets incorporated in the population and they are progressed through the process of natural selection. And in present context, if I say, then evolution is an ongoing process and natural selection is playing a pivotal role right now as well. So I think जैसे से evolution हो रहा है तो the process of natural selection is going on.
क्या हमेशा evolution जो है वो progressive होती है?
I have to read on it, but if you may allow, I can make an educated guess. Yes. Ma'am, as far as I know, the mutations can be regressive, but the evolution per se is progressive.
Always evolution is progressive?
Ma'am, it can split into different lineages, but it can be progressive. It can't be regressive.
Okay. Do you know something about genetic engineering?
Ma'am, genetic engineering is a technique which is used to unite different genes of different organisms or manipulating genes in the organism to make an organism with the desired traits. So it is a broader term which is used to which encompasses many things like gene therapy, CRISPR-Cas, CAR T cell therapy.
What is CRISPR-Cas?
Ma'am, it is a genetic editing tool where we can edit a specific gene in the organism. It is derived from a bacterial gene, which is CRISPR, which is known as cluster interspersed palindromic repeats, and Cas9 is a endonuclease which is used in this process.
Okay, now tell me how does this genetic fingerprinting, DNA fingerprinting works?
DNA fingerprinting is given by Alex Jeffries, and the role of DNA fingerprinting is to understand the lineage between a parent or offspring, and the techniques involves the estimation of short palindromic repeats which are found in the DNA of humans, and 99%
You are
of
saying VNTR.
yes, ma'am, short tandem repeats, variable number tandem repeats, and these VNTRs are specific as per the individual. So it goes on through the lineage, and through this we can evaluate the parental history of any offspring.
Only parental history?
No, ma'am, we can also identify the forensic. It also has forensic role. We can evaluate the crime scene. We can evaluate in the disaster victims. DNA can be isolated, and from DNA fingerprinting can be used to.
Okay, we know that birds have not, teeth, right? So how they digest their food?
Ma'am, they have a specialized organ which is known as gizzard. So it is a masticating apparatus in their neck, and that helps them in the mastication of food, and that basically substitute the function of teeth in comparison to humans.
Okay, which methods do you use to observe animal behavior? There are some, methods, techniques through which animal behaviors are, noticed.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, there are several methods. First is the simple observation method, where we can observe an animal, which can be continuous observation or a interval observation. Then we have experimental methods, where we perform some kind of experiments. For example, injecting hormone in the animal. For example, in fishes we inject pituitary thyroxine, so we understand their role in the animals. And there are also focal animal
I think this is against the ethics. You are actually doing something जो फ्यूचर में खराब हो सकता है एनिमल्स के लिए, आप इंजेक्ट कर रहे हो आउटसाइड कुछ, आपको क्या इस बारे में लगता है?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, it do have an ethical dilemma. That is why the dissections have been banned in the universities as well. But we need to have a balanced approach. We need to have we have research, so we need to maintain a balance between the two.
Okay, this is from my side.
Just I would like to ask you once again your graduation background till PhD.
Yes, sir. I have done my schooling till 10th.
Start from graduation.
Graduation. Okay, sir. I have done my graduation from Sundarbans itself, from SPNS Degree College. Then I did my PG, which is from University of Jammu in Zoology. Then I did my bachelor's in education B.Ed from University of Kashmir. Then I completed my PhD in 2024.
Okay. You have a strong, solid academic background, right? You can be a great researcher in your subject. You have done research on pancreatic cancer. Don't you think your skill set is better suited for medical field, or for that matter academics field, rather than being a civil servant?
So during post-graduation, I was passionate about research, and that's why I enrolled myself in PhD. As well as I with humility, I also tried to clear the competitive examination needed for the research. For example, JRF, GATE, SET, ICMR. So But during research, I have found that the impact I can make after the research, I can be an assistant professor in a college, or a researcher in a lab, or a lecturer in a school education department. The impact is not that direct, and it is long term. We can invest in students, but the impact is very long term. But in case of civil services, the impact is direct, as well as it is broader in comparison to the school education or an assistant professor in a college. So that drives me more motivation in comparison to academic background. So that is why I shifted my goalpost and prepare for civil services as well.
Were you preparing for civil services while you were doing a PhD?
Yes, sir. I was trying to manage both things simultaneously. I have certain difficulties while preparing for both. So that is why this is my third attempt. But now, after completing my PhD, I have come with greater strength and more energy.
You completed your PhD in which year?
Sir, 2024.
This is your first interview.
This is my third interview.
Third interview. Okay, you qualified mains every time.
No, sir. I have given 4 mains, out of which 3 I have qualified.
Qualified. Okay, that is great. How do you manage PhD as well as civil service preparation? Civil services in itself is
Yes,
a PhD separately. So tell me something about. You said doodling is your hobby, and what else?
Sir, playing Sudoku, journaling, and I have also keen interest in geopolitics.
Geopolitics. So tell me, recently our Prime Minister went to Israeli Parliament, and the speech is being circulated widely on social media. What do they call the Israelis call their parliament as?
So it is called as Knesset,
Yes,
or some pronounce it as Knesset.
Knesset.
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion of the relationship between Israel and India? It's evolving, the way it's evolving. We've always supported the just cause of Palestine. The word they use in UN is we support the just cause of Palestine.
Yes, sir.
But now that our Prime Minister has gone to the Parliament and supported Israel in the strongest term possible, what is your opinion of that?
Sir, India maintains a two-state solution policy where we recognize the rights of Palestinian people as well, but we also follows the dehyphenation policy. We treat Israel as well as Palestine as two separate issues. We endorse the two-state policy, but we also have different relations with Israel, and it was strategic partnership in 2017, which we upgraded it to special strategic partnership in 2024 in the recent past. So I think we need to think of it as a realism rather than associating with the only cause.
Recently, which countries have recognized Palestine as a state? And does India recognize it as a state?
Sir, I have read it. I have read about it. But if you allow, can I make an educated guess?
Yes, sure.
I think Pakistan recognized it, but I think I am wrong in it. So
Many other Western countries
Yes, sir.
also did. Canada, UK,
Yes, sir.
France, all these countries did.
Yes, sir.
Did India recognize it as a state?
Yes, sir. I think India do recognize it as a state because India always follows a two-state solution. So it do recognize.
Okay. What do you know about the India and Europe deal? Recently happened, which is being called as mother of all deals.
Yes, sir. Sir, India is and Europe are two large countries, or I can say it's a large conglomeration of countries. So they represent almost 60% of the they represent almost 60% of the economy of the world, and we are approximate. It deals with $30 trillion economy. So it is that is why it is called as mother of all deals. And in recent past, India and EU signed an FTA, which takes almost 20 years to come into realization. And for that, EU allowed India's textile products as well as labor-intensive sectors to be exported to EU with zero or less tariffs. In comparison, India also allowed some automobiles and some other sectors for open the gates for EU as well.
Okay, great. So do you reside in Sundarbani or do you live in Jammu now?
No, sir, I live in Jammu.
In Jammu. You have a home here?
No, sir, I stay at university hostel.
Okay. You have still in the university, not completed the PhD yet?
No, sir, I have completed it, but I am staying with my friend.
Is it allowed for an outsider to
So I
stay?
have taken the permission from the warden for some time.
Okay. You completed your PhD in which year?
2024.
2024. So from the same hostel?
From the same hostel, yes, sir.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you so much. Saurabh, that's all from my side. Madam,
Saurabh. How old are you right now?
I am 31 plus.
31. All right. ऐसे आपकी पर्सनालिटी इज वेरी गुड, एवरीथिंग इज फाइन। मुझे तो कोई बहुत ज़्यादा चेंजेस नहीं नज़र आ रहे जो मैं बोल सकती हूँ। बस ये है कि थोड़ा हाथ मूवमेंट थोड़ा सा कम, बाकी आप स्माइल भी एडिक्वेटली कर रहे हैं, देख भी रहे हैं आप बीच बीच में, मैं देख रही हूँ। और हाँ, बीच में यही है कि ऊपर देखते हो, कभी कभी आप आंसर करते हो ना, ऐसे सोचते हो ऊपर देखते हो, डोंट डू दैट। हैव अ वेरी फर्म आई कांटेक्ट विद योर इंटरव्यू, राइट। एंड जैसे आपने प्रोस्टेट कैंसर स्पेशलाइजेशन आपने करी है, तो उसके बारे में आपको बहुत बढ़िया से पता होना चाहिए। जब मैंने आपसे सवाल किया, आप थोड़े से अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट लग रहे थे जवाब देते हुए। आई न्यू यू नो द आंसर, बट आप थोड़ा उतना कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं लग रहे थे आंसर करते हुए।
Finding it difficult to articulate well.
हाँ, नहीं, आर्टिकुलेट आप अच्छा करते हो, you articulate well, but the only point is when you mention something while you are introducing yourself, तो आपको उसकी पूरी रूह पता होनी चाहिए। Either don't use it, either don't use the term prostate cancer, you specialize। आपने स्पेशली बोला कि मैम आई हैव डन PhD in prostate cancer।
And even the interview, that is why I use this word, and I will, I think, say it.
अभी भी हाथ मत हिलाओ, don't need to use your hands, right? Don't need to use your hands। सेकुलरिज्म वाला आंसर कोई बड़ा इंप्रेसिव नहीं था।
Feedback, this is
दिस इज
okay.
फीडबैक।
तो वहाँ मैम टेबल थोड़ा होता है, तो मैं नीचे हाथ हिला लेता हूँ क्योंकि वो
हाँ,
टेबल
वो भी आप सही कह रहे हो, वो भी आप सही कह रहे हो। पीएससी में तो ऐसा है, पर आई थिंक यूपीएससी में ऐसा नहीं है। आप यूपीएससी भी दोगे तो सेकुलरिज्म वाला आंसर इतना ज्यादा वो नहीं था अपीलिंग, है ना। आप कुछ वेग बातें कर रहे थे, कुछ सॉलिड इसमें बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए जो आप बोलने जा रहे हो। और बाकी आप रिलैक्स हो, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। एक चीज बहुत गलत करी आपने, मैंने आपसे पूछा सुप्रीम कोर्ट की रूलिंग में आपका क्या ख्याल है। आपने बोला मैम बैलेंस अप्रोच लेनी चाहिए, लेकिन हाँ मैम वो जैसे आपने उसके अगेंस्ट बोला कि मैम वो जो बोल रहे हैं शेल्टर हाउस, दैट्स नॉट अ गुड आइडिया। यू कैन नॉट बी अगेंस्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट्स रूलिंग। यू कुड हैव सिंपली सेड कि मैम जो ये इसमें ऑप्शन दिए गए हैं, इसमें हम बैलेंस अप्रोच यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे हम स्टेरिलाइजेशन और उस पे या लोगों की अवेयरनेस को ज्यादा बढ़ा सकते हैं। यू सिंपली सेड कि नहीं मैम शेल्टर हाउस से कुछ नहीं होगा, तो यू एक्चुअली वेंट अगेंस्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट्स रूलिंग। It has categorically stated that this is the most important pillar of that ruling, shelter homes, right? You cannot go against your own Supreme
they have
Court ruling.
review petition has been filed right now, so that's why.
तो बाकी ठीक है, बाकी I did not बाकी तो मुझे सब बढ़िया लगा। मे बी टाई पहन सकते हैं ना सर, ऐसे, क्योंकि इससे जो लुक लग रही है ना, इससे लुक लाइक होटेलियर वाली लुक लग रही है। टाई से थोड़ा फॉर्मल लुक लगेगा, है ना। दैट वुड बी बेटर, अदरवाइज एवरीथिंग इज फाइन। थैंक यू।
हाँ जी, द थिंग इज जो मैंने आपको बोलना है दैट इज योर एरिया के बारे में। आप पढ़ो से सुंदरबनी एरिया के बारे में भी वो क्वेश्चंस आपसे वहाँ पूछे वैसे, है ना। बाकी यू आर गुड इन योर ऑप्शनल, राइट। एंड दूसरी चीज की मैंने आपसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था, हाउ डज दिस डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंटिंग वर्क्स। आपने मुझे डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंटिंग के बारे में बोला और उसकी जो है वो एप्लीकेशंस बोली। क्वेश्चन था क्योंकि हो जाता है कभी वो आपसे कुछ पूछे, आपने सिर्फ डीएनए फिंगरप्रिंटिंग सुना और आपने उस पे जो है मुझे स्टार्ट कर दिया। एक्चुअली मैंने कहा वो कैसे वर्क करता है, वो चीज थी। एंड बाकी यू आर मेंटली प्रेजेंट हियर व्हेन आई चेंज्ड माय लैंग्वेज फ्रॉम इंग्लिश टू हिंदी, तो वो बाकी ठीक था। आपका ड्रेसिंग सेंस भी बहुत अच्छा है। बस सिर्फ ये है कि हाँ, जैसे आपने कहा कि वहां पे टेबल के नीचे हो, वो आप कर सकते हो, बट फिर भी जो है ना, हाँ, उसको अवॉइड कर दो मोमेंट्स को।
थैंक यू सो मच।
तो आपका काम एंड कंपोज्ड है, सॉर्टेड लग रहा है सब कुछ। मैडम ने जो बताया मोस्टली इट कवर्स। आई एम श्योर यू विल शेव ऑन दैट डे।
यस,
तो वो बस उतना ही था मेरी तरफ से। बाकी मोर और लेस यू नो अबाउट योर, ऑब्वियसली यू हैव गिवन 3 इंटरव्यूज। बस आपको अपना सब्जेक्ट जो है उसमें आप, क्योंकि आपने स्पेसिफिकली बोला कैंसर के रिलेटेड, तो
आई विल रीड ऑन इट,
है ना, उसमें आप
मैं
तैयार
अच्छे से
रहना।
प्रिपेयर कर लूंगा वेल फ्रेम्ड आंसर्स।
हाँ हाँ, अभी रिसेंटली आई वाज अबाउट टू आस्क यू, बट मेरे दिमाग में आया नहीं उस वक्त। वो लेटेस्ट रिपोर्ट आई है सितंबर 2025 में कि जम्मू कश्मीर में मोस्ट कॉमन फॉर्म ऑफ कैंसर मेल्स में कौन सा है, फीमेल्स में कौन सा, मेल में स्टोमक कैंसर है, फीमेल्स में ब्रेस्ट कैंसर है। तो वो सब फिर कैंसर की बातें की तरफ चले जाएंगे। वो फिर इन जम्मू कश्मीर में कौन सा टॉप ऑन्कोलॉजी इंस्टीट्यूट है, क्या क्या ट्रीटमेंट यहाँ होता है जो बाहर नहीं, मतलब जो बाहर भी मिलता है, या फिर ऐसा ट्रीटमेंट जो जम्मू कश्मीर में नहीं मिलता, कौन से सर्जन वगैरह सब चीज़ें, बाकी आप देख लेना अपने हिसाब से, मोर और लेस फ्रॉम आवर साइड.
Yes, ma'am, I do have 2 or 3 questions.
Yeah.
First is during articulation, I sometimes fumble, and so that is why I seek your permission to speak in bilingual mode. So is it fine?
हाँ, कोई मसला नहीं है. मैं हिंदी और अंग्रेजी से कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. आप क्या पहन के जाते हो उससे भी फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. सच बोल रही हूँ, आधी एंड ऑफ द डे, है ना. आपकी बहुत बढ़िया परफॉर्मेंस है, डोंट वरी, एवरीथिंग वाज नाइस. देयर वाज नथिंग लाइक कि मैं बोलूंगी कुछ ऑब्जेक्शनेबल है. बस थोड़ा आंखों ऊपर मत देखो, वो थोड़ा सा अंडर कॉन्फिडेंस है, अदरवाइज एवरीथिंग इज फाइन.
तो मॉक इंटरव्यू 2 days बैक, और वहाँ भी यही मेरे को इनपुट मिला कि भाई ऊपर क्यों देख रहे हो. तो आई विल वर्क ऑन इट.
ना थोड़ा से प्रैक्टिस ये कर लो कि मैंने हाथ ऐसे ही रखना है, बस नहीं करना कुछ. बट आप सही कह रहे हो, टेबल होता है, आई रिमेम्बर दैट.
पहले नहीं होता था, पहले वो थोड़ा दूर था, तो अब आजकल वो होता है, तो आप नीचे थोड़ा सा मैन्यूवर कर सकते हो.
बाकी एवरीथिंग इज नाइस. यू आर लुकिंग एट एवरीबॉडी, दैट्स अ वेरी गुड थिंग. बहुत सारे बच्चे वो नहीं कर पाते हैं. बाकी यू लिसन एंड यू डोंट लिसन टू रिस्पॉन्ड. आप लर्निंग एटीट्यूड से बात करते हैं, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
अच्छा मैम, एक चीज़ और थी कि जैसे आई हैव कंप्लीटेड माय पीएचडी, so I want them to ask me questions about my PhD or prostate cancer. That is why I deliberately use the word as well as doodling. This is some certain specific words. I want them to ask me questions in those areas. So while introduction, can I use that I am my name is Dr. SAURABH Sharma, or
No, simply say SAURABH.
because it can lead to a show off.
Fine, yeah,
Yes,
of
ma'am.
course.
You need to introduce yourself as doctor.
One more thing, that during introduction, can I say that this is alongside my doctoral journey, this is my 3rd interview, and I'm truly grateful to be here.
हाँ, you can. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. आप कर सकते हो. But just
अच्छा,
एक
बहुत
question, ये
अच्छा.
वही pending रह गया कि that you've not worked in all these.
No, ma'am.
No.
I have completed PhD in 2024 only.
नहीं, that's not my job. आप 26 में खत्म करो. पर ग्रिल कर सकता है आपको इंटरव्यूअर. You are 31.
These 5-6 years. So
Again,
it's about money.
It's-
It's about being productive.
it's about being productive, being responsible. That's the point. Have you prepared that point? Because this could be asked. Because PhD student या फिर डॉक्टर वाले बच्चे, इनकी तो पूरी उम्र लग जाती है पढ़ने में. तो ये वाली चीज पे भी थोड़ा फोकस कर लेना. क्या कर सकते हो, ऐसे कैजुअली नहीं बोल सकते हाँ मेरे को फेलोशिप मिल रही है. फेलोशिप से घर थोड़ा चला सकते हो, है ना. हाँ, और जहाँ रह रहे हो उस चीज को भी
अवॉइड ही करता हूं. मैम ये तो अभी सर ने पूछा, मैंने हॉस्टल बता दिया, अदरवाइज आई स्टे इन सुंदरबनी.
आपको पता है जो आपने क्वेश्चन पूछा है कि अपने नंबर ऑफ इंटरव्यू बताना सही है कि नहीं है, ये इंशा खालिद करके हैं, लास्ट ईयर उनकी सिलेक्शन हुई है. शी ऑल्सो सेड द सेम थिंग एंड द बोर्ड वाज द सेम एंड द बोर्ड सेड अच्छा हमने आपको लास्ट टाइम सेलेक्ट नहीं किया, मतलब लास्ट टाइम भी दे रिमेंबर्ड हर कि यार इनने अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था बट शी कुड नॉट क्वालिफाई.
यस सर.
तो वो अच्छी चीज है, बता.
यस सर. दे हैव आल्सो आस्क्ड मी फॉर कि इंटरव्यूज में कितने नंबर आए थे पहले. ये मेरे से भी 2-3 बार उन्होंने क्वेश्चन पूछा.
आपके 10th है यूपीएससी?
मैम है अभी 31 है अभी, और मोस्ट प्रोबेबली अभी हमें ST2 मिल चुका है, तो आई थिंक अब थोड़ा सा वो डेडलाइन. हाँ वो डेडलाइन.
हाँ, तो इस बारे में भी थोड़ा पढ़ लीजिएगा ST2 में, है ना. इट कुड बी आस्क्ड. ठीक है, ऑल द बेस्ट.
All the best.